They ran barefoot into the snow, tearing through their own tent. No shoes, no coats, just fear. But what exactly were they running from? No one knows to this day. In the remote northern highlands, a scientific expedition of 9 experienced trekkers set out on a mission to collect deep ice samples from a region the locals called the Silent Valley. On satellite maps, this area appeared as a blank, white stretch labeled geologically unknown. These were not amateurs. Each member had years of survival training. They carried high-grade tents, emergency flares, satellite radios, and survival kits. The last signal came in on day 7. Then silence. The search team departed on day 10. What they found was beyond comprehension. The group's tent had been sliced open from the inside, a long, frantic gash, as if someone had clawed their way out in terror. Clothes, shoes, and supplies remained neatly inside. But the team was gone. Following the scattered tracks in the snow, rescuers found the first body about 500 meters from the tent. Bare-chested, face down, fingers clawed into the snow, frozen in a pose of desperate crawling. His face still held a look of terror. Then came the second body, the third, and the fourth, all in different locations, with increasingly bizarre conditions. One had missing eyeballs, but no facial trauma. Another had fractured ribs, but no external wounds. A woman's body was found, missing her tongue, cleanly removed. 2 were found in a shallow snowy pit, locked in a tight embrace, with faces twisted mid-scream and blood frozen around their mouths. Medical examiners ruled most deaths as hypothermia, combined with unexplained stress trauma. No signs of struggle, no third-party DNA. Yet something had clearly driven them to panic and death. Then came the strangest discovery. Among the bodies, searchers found a trail of non-human footprints, 3-toed, asymmetrical, with a gait unlike any known animal, and they didn't match any of the 9 victims. Local tribes later stepped forward with a chilling warning. That region, they said, is called the Mouth of the Night. For generations, no one dared sleep there after dark. They warned the search team, if you take the bodies, something may follow you back. The government sealed the case quickly. All search personnel were forced to sign non-disclosure agreements. Public records labeled it an avalanche-related accident. But was it? If it were an avalanche, why was the tent intact? Why did they flee undressed, in minus 20 degrees Celsius temperatures? Why were their injuries so specific, like crushed ribs without surface trauma? They were running from something that terrified them enough to flee into certain death, half naked and in the dark. One off-record investigator left behind a single scribbled note. I saw one of them in my dreams. He looked straight at me and said, "We saw it, but it wasn't meant for us." Was it mass hysteria? A government experiment gone wrong? Or did they stumble into a place never meant for humans? No complete report was ever released. Decades later, the region remains permanently closed to the public. But some hikers claim that on windless nights, near the Silent Valley Ridge, you can still hear the sound of tearing canvas, footsteps in the snow, and someone running, not toward safety, but away from something far worse.